Welcome to another body game video, fellas. As the title says, body game principles, something of that nature. So we're gonna get right into it. Give me a like, give me a comment, and subscribe. So for starters, uh, consistency. Like you need to be showing up in the gym. If you guys are losing weight, you need to be tracking your calories, tracking your steps. You need to be consistent on these things so you can actually get progression in weeks and months and within years of training, right? So vice versa, if you guys are trying to gain weight, you need to be tracking your protein, your carbs, the food and the intake you're putting in your body versus how much you're burning. These are just things that you need to do if you want to take the gym seriously. So you have to be consistent on that. And like I said, we're gonna talk about dating as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it confused. We're always talking about body game, but I do like to give some spill because I know men need to hear this. So even with women, you need to be consistently being available. What does that mean? You need to be consistently outside, picking up on the women that are giving you choosing signals. Wait, excuse me. In the gym, in your day-to-day life, at the gas station, at a store you're in. You need to be consistent on approaching women, getting at women, because just like the gym, 1, 2 times, maybe even a week, 2 weeks of just doing it isn't enough. So what am I trying to say? You may approach 3, 4, 5, even 10 girls. It may not be enough for, to have a date, to have a significant other or something of that nature. Some of you guys really need to start putting your shot on the court. You just need to be putting your shot on the court, especially if you have a physique. So I'm not going to try to rant on much more than I need to, but you guys need to stop being scared of shooting, bro. Like, have a Michael Jordan, have a Kobe Bean Bryant mentality. You're not worrying about the shot that didn't go in. You're already focused on the next one. You guys need to be shooting. You guys need to be consistent and also improving as you go, right? So the second one is going to be comparing yourself to others. So this could be physique wise, this could be finances, this could just be just looking at somebody on social media or from the outside in. You don't really know what people are going through. You don't know the trials and tribulations that other people have dealt with. Maybe they even had it easier than you. Maybe they have certain advantages that you don't have. So you cannot compare yourself to another man or a woman. You need to understand that everybody they have their own path. So you need to figure out your own path. But when you're worrying about, man, this person's getting this, and man, I wish I looked like this, and man, how come, you just can't do that because you're taking away from your blessings. You're taking away from growing as a man, as a person. If you're worrying about every single body, everything else, everybody else, but you're not watering your plants, how is your plant, how is what you're trying to build gonna grow? So you got to stop that negative mentality. You have to find something, gym, reading, just some kind of outlet where you can use your energy for outsources, external outsources, right? Especially making money. If you guys can get a side hustle, a side business, something of that nature, right? It's just gonna pay off, bro, because you gotta tap in whatever it is, bro. Whatever it is. So tap in, bro. Sub up, like the channel, like the video, all that kind of stuff, bro. So, really do that because I'm gonna keep on dropping these videos, like I said. So that's gonna be the next one as well. You're not subscribed to this channel. If you're watching this video, you're resonating with this message. I'm just here to tell you, this is only the beginning. Anything that I dropped in the past is just the past. What I'm dropping right now in the present, I'm a different animal. I'm a different beast. I'm a different man. So, and I'm far from perfect. I'm walking with my flaws. I'm walking with my contradictions as is. but I'm also trying to improve, also trying to grow and be a better version. So hopefully you guys understand that within yourselves. You gotta look within your own flaws, look in your own weaknesses, and understand that it doesn't define you, but also you can't sit and stay stagnant, because you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna, even if you do grow, it's like that underground shadow work you're avoiding. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep on talking about these kind of videos so I can help out men as I help out myself. I damn near say that every video, but I really mean that. I'm not gonna really make these videos and just keep it pimping like I just got it all figured out. But it's just like, bro, I'm just a messenger. I'm just a voice, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just the vessel. So I got a lot of ideas. I have a lot of philosophies, but a lot of the ways that I think and I move, it's been given to me. Whether from my ancestors, the things that I've picked up, just how I got, groomed and raised by the experiences that life put in front of me. So I'm never gonna act like I have it figured out, but I'm gonna say what I think. And if it resonates with you, man, sub to the channel, give this video a like, bro. And the next one is not having patience, right? You gotta have patience, right? We talked about dudes not being consistent. We talked about guys that, aren't taking advantage of the opportunity. But let's talk about the guys that are, the guys really hustling, the guys that are really 10 toes down. You got to understand though, bro, everything's going to come in God's timing. And if you don't believe in God, it's going to come in the universe timing, right? So, if you're actually putting in work in the gym, you have to understand if you're doing work inside the gym and outside the gym, the results are going to come. It's inevitable, right? You're investing money, or you're saving like 30%, 40% of your paycheck. Maybe the rest, some part goes to bills, the other part goes to whatever else you need to do. Then over time, your money's gonna grow, because your investment of what you're saving is gonna grow. So what I'm saying is, you just have to trust the process. You have to stay 10 toes even more. You have to go even harder, and you have to trust the process, because even though you're putting in work, right? You don't want that to be your identity. And what I mean by that is, you get gains in the gym. You're not just a gym bro. It may be what you do, but there's a lot of layers in manhood. I've always been preaching this: your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your finances. So even money, we start making money as men. I don't ever want you guys to start feeling like, I'm the guy now. I don't have to worry about, my parents. I don't have to worry about my mental. I don't have to worry about X, Y, and Z. And I'm here to tell you that, no, you have to trust the process and just keep on working. Keep staying 10 toes down, because there's always levels as a man we can grow. There's always room where we can grow. And you're already doing the steps that you're doing. I'm just here to tell you to stay on the journey. Stay on the journey, bro. Stay grinding, stay improving, bro. Stay patient, bro. In due time, I genuinely believe if you're putting in good work will never, ever, ever not get noticed eventually. It could take months, it could take years, but if you're putting in good work, if you just have a crazy physique and you're posting 3-4 videos on TikTok every single day for 2 or 3 years, it's very, very possible. It's very, very, I guess possible and almost not possible for you not to get like 100, 200 videos at least 5 times. And if your videos are actually good, if it pushes out to 100 people, it should hit 1,000, and then so on and so on and so on from there. If you're making good content, if you have a good physique, if you have good, just a good brand, a good image, a good business plan, a good marketing. You know what I mean? So there's so many layers, bro. There's so many nuances, man. But I want you guys to understand these principles as men. We have to, and I'm gonna end it like this. You have to whether it's praying, whether it's meditation, whatever you believe in, bro, you're gonna have to find some time to figure out who you are when you put the phone down, to figure out who you are when you're not around women, when you're not around your friends or your family, to figure out who you are when it's just you in silence. And like I said, bro, this is something I'm still working on myself, bro. I'm only human, I'm only man, I'm far from perfect. So don't ever think I'm making these videos and I'm acting like I'm just above the people that are watching the video, bro. I'm still trying to mentally figure it out as well. You know, I got my own shit going on, but I really want you as a man to lock in, bro. I really want you as a man to listen to these principles, to make your own principles, and to really start guiding and trusting and working on a better version of yourself. And this is what Body Game has always, you know, it's always been this. So like I said, bro, I'm still on the train, I'm still grinding. So I promise, if somehow hypothetically, you know, something really bad happens where, you know, I'm off the grid, or, you know, I'm just not available, I'm still gonna drop a video once a week, bro. At the worst of the worst, once every other week. But I promise, like, it can never happen again. It can never happen again. How I took, you know, 5 months, 6 months off YouTube. I think I did that twice. And hey, I can't do that again. You know what I'm saying? If I ever do that, bro, I better have like 2 million subs. I better be on a vacation somewhere, working on a project. You know, I'm working on a movie. I'm working on like bigger and better things where I can still engage with you guys outside of just YouTube, but maybe like Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, streaming, something of that nature where I'm still making content. And if I'm making content, especially let's just say streaming, if I'm making content on streaming, I can really just chop it up and put it on my YouTube. So there should be no excuse ever, at least within the next year to 2 years, there should be no excuse for just me being gone for months at all. So I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all for still tapped in. I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all for the ones that took notes, for the ones that had to go back and what did he say? You know, that really resonated with me. I appreciate that, man. So, you know, I wouldn't be anything without the viewers. You know what I'm saying? I hit the gym. I did my due diligence. I walked the path that I've walked. I'm still walking, you know, the path that's in front of me. But at the same time, as we both walk this path together, you know, I can't do it without you guys. So appreciate that, man. Give me a like, give me a comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned, man. Stay blessed. Drink your water. Hit the gym, baby. We out.